Here with me today is Misty Rawls from Just Want to Melt. She is one of the fantastic and local artists that you can meet out there. So Misty, welcome. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
And we're really excited about this. First, let's just talk about the lowdown for Craftyfeast for just a moment. I understand only 100 juried artists are selected to participate.
100 lucky juried artists. It is amazing. It's the most unusual art that you'll see. If you want last-minute Christmas gifts that are just unique, and this is the place to go.
Okay, so out of 400 entries, only 100 got chosen. It's going to be this weekend. It's called Craftyfeast. Let's talk about your product because I'm in love with this. It's called Just Want to Melt. So I'm thinking you make some handmade soaps and lotions and potions and molds. Let's walk through this.
Actually, I make all-natural, eco-friendly lotion bars, shower scrubs, and a honey lip balm. All of it's made with South Carolina certified beeswax that I process and filter all myself, and it retains a lot of its honey, so that's where you get all this healing property. Then,
so the materials are actually local as well.
Yes, yes. I am a certified South Carolina product, and I work very hard to find other businesses that I can work with, like my printing and stuff is all done locally. I don't buy anything from China.
Okay,
so.
of course, of course. Well, I'm loving these are great gift ideas. I see. Are these soaps or these lotions?
These are lotions. Basically,
I didn't know lotions could be in this form.
Right, a lot of people don't, and when they come to our booth, they're like, huh, it is a solid form. You don't have to put all the preservatives in it when you take all that water and stuff out. So if you don't put the water in there, it doesn't have to have all the yucky stuff. So this is basically, if you sucked all the water out of your bottle of lotion and didn't put the
This is what you would be left with.
Right. It's a very concentrated. You just hold it in your hand and just let it warm up a little bit.
Heat melts it.
And then you just start moving it around.
Now, how long would like a bar like this looks like a lot of lotion?
It's a lot. Usually, if you're not real dry, probably over a couple of months. I've had people that have walked up 6 months later.
This one, of course, Gamecocks, and you have all kinds of different and beautiful designs. So kind of cool for people.
I did that because I don't use colors and don't use fragrances. I'm at the mercy of the bees. So
Clemson Paw too. We don't play favorites here. Clemson Paw, palm trees, good stuff. Now let's show us a little bit about how you wrap some of these.
Okay.
And I love the fact that we have local products. You're keeping this at home, which I think is just a great way to go.
Right.
So tell us what we're doing.
Okay, first of all, and of course this is done in a very different environment at home.
Okay.
One of my mold
Can we do this in 30 seconds?
Oh,
How fast is it?
Okay. There's my mold.
Okay.
I flip it over, and then I start to do my little pleated wrap.
Is this like how you package it?
Mm-hmm. Except I'm using the scissors, which the scissors kind of gotten lost over there.
Okay. And I'm assuming you use natural products for your wrapping as well.
I do. Everything is biodegradable, compostable, and can be just thrown right in your compost pile. I've tested all of it.
Well, it's local, it's green, it's fantastic, it's a unique, one-of-a-kind gift that you can only find at Craftyfeast this weekend. And Soni, you happen to be one of the lucky artists that were chosen.
Yes.
And I understand this is a juried selection, so about 400 artists from the Southeast submitted to be entered into Craftyfeast, and only 100 were picked.
Right, right. And they're from all over the Southeast, mostly South Carolina. There's also folks from Tennessee and Florida.
I love it. So it's kind of local and very cool. Let's start off with what you work with mainly. I see you work with a lot of materials. And are you a seamstress?
Well, I work with needle and thread. Yeah, I don't know how to use a machine, but basically I started my crafting with doing quilts and using my mom's leftover pieces from her saris and her blouses.
Quilting is kind of it's becoming a lost art in some cases, don't you think? It doesn't seem like we're raised to quilt like they were back in the day.
Yeah, it takes a while, and every stitch counts, so yeah, it's not like knitting where you can really go fast. The top part is quilted,
okay.
Yeah. And
what does quilting mean? Is that just the thread in between creating spaces?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
all that quilting means?
Quilting means stitching several layers of fabric together with thread.
Okay,
yes.
Got it.
And so this is how I started the business, just doing, actually starting it's how I started my artwork, just making tapestries and using extra pieces of cloth to make appliques, and it grew from there because friends would look at it and say, well, this is beautiful, but it's too expensive for me to buy. But
Right.
if you put the onesie on a, if you put the camel on a onesie, I would buy it.
Super
so
cute.
that's exactly what I did. I started making appliques,
Let's show this.
and
Oh, little kids' clothes with the little
Yeah.
appliques. I see what you did
Yeah.
here. The materials look natural, too.
yeah, it's an organic T-shirt, super soft, and it's all hand appliqued. And I always try to do just a little odd thing like
Wrap
wrapping,
around or something?
Yeah, wrapping the camel around.
Let's look at this. These are super cute, too. Is this just art little pieces for kids' rooms?
Kids' rooms, desks. I actually started the silk screen because I started with the kids' clothes, and adults would say, well, do you have anything that adults can wear? But I don't do adult sizes really, so I started putting them on recycled curtains. So it's something you can put on your desk, behind your office door.
And we only have like 10 seconds left. Are these
Okay.
magnets?
They're magnets. They're made from vintage books, dictionaries, and the Richard Scarry line of children's books. One thing I really want to show you, I'm so proud of this. I really wanted to make something to promote the state. This is South Carolina's state motto.
Beautiful.
It's, Dum Spiro Spiro. It means as I breathe, I hope. That's our state motto. And this
As
is
I breathe, I hope. I hope you guys get out to Craftyfeast.
Thank
It's
you.
this weekend, this Saturday, all day long out there at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. We have little onesies for the little ones, too. Lots of stuff out there. Thanks for bringing your wares, and I will see you on Saturday.
so much.
Right now, we have Angie Mellor here from Lime Green. We've been talking to artists all day long. You are one of the 100 fortunate chosen.
Yes.
We appreciate that, and we're looking
you.
forward to this. Now, you use a lot of recycled products, so I just want to dive into how you create your art.
We do. We take just about anything that people have used or are getting ready to throw out, like records. Records can get scratched and damaged in any way. Well, we make record bowls out of them. But we don't throw away the covers. We make gift boxes out of the covers. So this is a little Boston for those Boston fans.
More than a feeling.
We make license plate trays where you can do them for knickknacks
Oh, that's an ashtray
or
or
for
something.
anything, or you can use it like this guy uses it for a spoon holder in his apartment.
Man cave. I know what you were about to say. Also,
We make
license plates for this
license plate lampshades. We make keyboards. We use keyboards on anything. We make frames. We take the keys and make frames.
Now, when you said keyboards before, I thought you meant like a piano. You're talking
no,
about
these
computer
are computer
keyboards.
keyboards. And then we make jewelry out of it. We make keychains.
Oh.
We make all kinds of things out of the pieces of the keyboards. And the leftover pieces, the leftover skeletons, we make lampshades out of those also.
I have a question, and this is just about your, the process for you. Because I can tell you just see something, like anything that we all see stuff that has been tossed aside that no one is no longer any longer
Right,
using.
right.
Roger Daltrey, best bits.
Yes.
Instead of greatest hits, best bits. All right. And now, how do you decide what kind of art that's going to be?
It's kind of, I'm a graphic designer by nature, so I have this creative ability kind of to see the beauty in junk.
So
or
like for
stuff.
the keyboard, you actually kind of made like a mosaic
We make a
frame.
mosaic. With bottle caps, we take them and we smash them and make frames out of them also. Or we can do them in a different way and make earrings out of them. Or make bubble earrings or any kind of thing we want to out of them.
There's too much here to really get into. There's a
is.
lot going on. Gray candles and stuff. Dog toys made out of fleece. And also you mentioned some of your sales actually you give back. In the
Yes.
spirit of recycling,
Yes.
you give to local charities.
To local pet shelters and all. The more dog toys we sell, the more we give.
And from what I understand, she has also like larger items like appliances and furniture that she's been transforming into fish bowls and cool stuff. But you got to go see it for
You gotta come
yourself.
see
Now we have Shannon Burke here, and you're here from One Zen Sister.
That's correct.
Very cool. Now you make handmade jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry, accessories, all sorts of things. It's not just for ladies, but it's for pretty much every member of your family too.
And I've noticed a trend here in that each of the artists we had today definitely had an element of kind of recycling or using green products, and I can
Right.
tell that you're using materials as well. So why don't we describe what you do as a medium, and then let's talk about how you make it happen.
Right. Everything, of course, starts with the basic a fabric swatch, and because these, which are affectionately called yo-yos,
What do you mean? What's called a yo-yo?
these actual wheels, they're an old-fashioned form of an old-fashioned style that's called a yo-yo. So this is a yo-yo.
What would it be used for, like to cover a button or something?
Yeah, and they were actually used originally to make quilts. So if you go back into about the mid-20s, 1920s, you'll see these huge ornate quilts full of yo-yos that are all put together like that.
Okay.
So everything starts from, and because they're very small, I can use really small fabric scraps or swatches, and I do a lot of trading with friends and other artists who work with fabric.
Do you
in
like
general.
walk around and see people's clothes and you're like, I can't wait till you throw that away?
Yeah, and I've gotten a lot of pieces from thrift stores, from friends who do, handbag work, all sorts of stuff like that.
Okay, so well, how do you make the little yo-yos?
Well, it starts with 2 sizes. Here is the larger size, so we've got a swatch, and it's all about finding the right size, and then you do a basting stitch around it. And I'm not going to give away all my tricks, but here's one we'll do it cooking show style. And once you do the stitch,
so you put did you put the thing like all around the edge? You stitched
yes,
all around the circle.
A basting stitch is a very loose stitch.
Around the perimeter of the material, which
and
is
then
cut in a circle.
You pull tightly, you get it to have a nice natural pucker, and from there it becomes something that looks like this. And I just love color. I love putting things together that you might not think would be a natural look.
And then, because quickly, we only have a few seconds, but out of the yo-yos, you've made hair accessories. Can we see the one in your hair right now? How cute is that on with your pixie and your cute little outfit? And then we have necklaces.
Yeah, statement necklaces are really big this year, so I've been playing around with that motif. We have barrettes, so if you've got a younger child in the family, that'll stick in their hair. We've got earrings.
Love it.
We've got some lapel pins and boutonnieres.
So you can get things to mix and match and stocking stuffers and all kinds of good stuff. And I love that you modeled it for us because it looks really cool in your hair. Shannon Burke, One's sister, just one of the many artisans that you'll find out there at Crafty Feast this Saturday from 11 to 6 p.m. at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center.